Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with After Hours Talks Machina, episode 35, 36, 37, 38. I blew through this one. We are only halfway through November, and we're already into the After Hours episodes. So by the time we finish next month, I feel like we'll almost be full circle back to the end of the month. We'll be in time for the holidays. This one, I guess, is going to be a Thanksgiving After Hours, because by the time I post this, I think I'm going to post it on the weekend. I'm doing it on Thursday, the Thursday before the live stream. But I just released Talks Machina for episode 38 today, and then tomorrow's the live stream. Maybe Saturday or Sunday I'll release this. We're coming out with content almost every day because of the fact that we did so much in so short a time. Usually we do one episode a week. I feel like we did two in a little under a week and a half. And now we have After Hours. So either way, I love After Hours. Sometimes I do it right after and I put them together. Sometimes, like this time, I'm going to watch all four in a row. I think I prefer this method because we kind of go back, get a recap. I get to re-experience things that I may have not understood or forgot about that now make a lot more sense having had 4 episodes go by. We're going to get 15 to 20 minutes per episode all thrown together. I'll talk some at the end. You guys know how it works. So we're going to first go back to Dockside Diplomacy. That is episode 35. It was Marisha and somebody, maybe Liam. Marisha and Liam, and I think they were having that little banter that they were having, little playful fighting, but let's just jump in. We'll see what it is. You guys want to see more of what I do, full-on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Critical Role Campaign 2. Dozens of extras. We're starting Vox Machina in 2 months, in January, whenever the heck the date is. I don't think we got an exact day yet, but I know it's January. We're doing that. Other things, check it out. If not, Talks Machina After Hours, episode 35 through 38.
I just asked Max, what should we do on After Dark? And his answer
That was one of the funniest exits ever.
That's the level of...
That's what your eyes
Who
said,
gives
Max.
a shit?
That's what your eyes said right after your mouth said it. Guys, welcome to Tax Machina After Dark.
Tax
My friend
Machina.
Patrick he says, hey, do you have Tax Machina tonight? I go,
Tax.
like the tax man?
Wait, where is he from? Up north? Is
Boston.
he from
From Utah. People from Utah don't
I was gonna say
Tax
that's
Machina,
kind of like
do
a
they?
that's kind of like a Boston thing.
A little bit of that
Tax.
Minnesota.
Does he ever ask you
Minnesota,
questions?
Tax Machina.
No.
I feel like I feel like
Guys,
that's
this
more
is
like a
where we
Boston thing,
answer
but
questions from an iPad.
I don't know. I'm not a genius.
The
I'm
first
a man
one
of many
is
skills, that's all I am.
Is from to everyone from
Fix my Tarico
Christine
shirt.
Christina
Show
you,
on Patreon,
Christina
guys.
we.
Just got a shirt for it.
Who
Great,
would you high
amazing
five
show.
with Big B's hand, guys?
I'm into 40 episodes already.
Who would we high five?
High five
The
with
Iron
Big
Giant,
B's hand.
The
Iron
Ken
Giant.
Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe.
for
100%.
me.
Love him.
Phil Stiller. Sure,
One of my
sure.
favorites. If you don't know who
give
Ken
Sam Riegel a high
Watanabe
five
is.
with Big B's hand.
He is
He's a
the
germaphobe.
Everyone
leader
in
of the
Mighty
samurai
Ducks,
in The Last Samurai.
So,
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Really?
Yeah, my first thought was Shaquille
you gotta be
O'Neal.
someone big,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Like
You know what they say
Lucy
about-
Lawless.
Oh yeah.
Lucy Lawless.
Fuck yes,
Lucy
Xena.
Lawless is a
Xena
badass.
Warrior
Yeah,
Princess.
shit,
Yeah, that's who
fuck yeah,
Lucy
Xena.
Lawless
You
is.
can match that strength.
What about
I feel like I
Zoe
was too close.
Bell? Zoe Bell, her stunt double. Oh,
Yeah.
would
Zoe
also high five her
Bell.
with.
That
By
one
the
I.
way, ooh, nope. I need to look this
Who's
up
Zoe
before
Bell?
I
I'm gonna
start
look that
saying
up.
things.
Marisha, while
There's a-
Marisha looks
Liberty,
up, I'm gonna
high
look up
five
Zoe
Statue of
Bell.
Liberty.
Because it's gonna bother me.
Ooh.
Statue
Oh,
of
that's cool.
Liberty.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
That's a good
There's
one.
a
I like the
really
Statue
great
of Liberty.
documentary with Zoe Bell on stunt women, and it's about stunt ladies. Shit, Zoe Bell.
I
stunt
recognize her.
Here's one in the meantime.
Oh, is she the
Wordy
stunt woman?
Wonderwolf. What's the
Oh,
lamest
I think
excuse
she was
someone's
in.
given you to
like,
get out of a
yeah,
relationship
it's Once Upon a
with
Time
you?
in Hollywood. She's the one that's married to
Great
Kurt Russell.
question.
To get out of a relationship.
Zoe Bell. I'm like, the name sounds familiar,
Lamest?
but I can't picture her face. I read about her when I was watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Double Dare. Double Dare is the name of the documentary.
Oh.
It's about
Oh.
women in stunts.
Oh, that's where they
I thought
drop
she
the slime
meant
on them and stuff?
Zoe Bell
I
was
thought
on
you were offering
Double
Double
Dare.
Dare as an excuse to get
Nickelodeon
out of a
show as an
relationship.
excuse.
Yes,
That's not what
that's
you
what I
thought.
thought. I thought it had
Oh,
something to
watch
do with the
Double Dare.
Nickelodeon
Also great.
television show.
I've got Double Dare in the morning, sorry.
Also amazing. There's a documentary called Double Dare about women in stunts, and it's amazing.
I'm
featuring
gonna
Zoe
check
Bell.
that out. I love documentaries.
She's the one that did
Documentaries
the
is one of my favorite
Tarantino,
genres to watch
Test Proof,
when
yeah,
I
that
have
car shit.
downtime.
Oh my god, I
I
watched
just
all
love
the behind
finding
the
out
scenes.
true
Amazing.
stories about
Great.
random
She's great.
You would love
shit like that.
Double Dare.
Okay.
Fucking awesome.
Like random
is
stuff.
there- do
I
they
don't
get
like
slimed at
wrestling,
some point?
but I'll watch like 5 hours of a wrestling
Well, maybe
documentary
someone
because
will
I
make
just
it-
find
I
it
don't know,
intriguing
given-
how
given
those
good reasons
people
to break
train
up,
and
like, hey,
the
we're both going
torturous
to college.
stuff they go through for
Right.
little pay.
Not the same one.
Oh.
That's pretty valid.
Okay.
Tis.
That's it, really.
Right.
I had one. This was an actual breakup. This wasn't somebody who was just trying to not be in a relationship with me. But I had one where I'm pretty sure he was telling the truth. But as I've like thought about it as I've gotten older, I wonder now if he wasn't actually telling me the truth because it's a really good lie.
What was it?
He told me that he found out he had a kid.
Oh, I've heard this one many times. I've heard this
Some interesting
one,
people.
not me
Danny.
personally. I've heard this many times
Man,
in
I gotta go
all
to,
sorts of things.
I got
Latin
a,
class.
Like
There
real
was-
life,
I got a-
TV, movies. I've heard that a million times.
There was context. Like
People
it wasn't
like,
just that
I
he
found
like
out
woke
as a
up one
kid.
day and was like, so I
I've
found out I had a
literally
kid.
heard that.
the
But he, like,
context was his kid was 34.
Yeah, well, maybe.
But no, and so there's a whole like reason why I'm not sure now, like thinking back on it, whether or not it was real, because of the fact that he'd kind of like had like sowed the seeds of it possibly being a thing, and now I'm like, what if he just like knew he was about to move and stuff, and was like, I'm just gonna say this so that I don't have to date this girl.
It's very
We
possible.
should check his Twitter to see if there's
Yes,
any tweets
I would
like,
have done
"No
that.
kids, life is
I
great."
would have been like, regardless,
Legitimate.
I wouldn't
So
care.
he
I
never,
would just
like,
be curious
he had,
whether or
like,
not
never
it,
had a
because it
Facebook
just
page
sounds
or
crazy.
anything like that, though I
It
did
is
find
crazy.
out that
Don't get me
I
wrong, even
know
though I've heard of
college
it.
he's working at now.
See,
Because
find
I
out if he's
Googled
got a
his
kid.
name, and I'm really good at Google Foo. So yeah.
Well, I've learned something about 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
This is After Dark, fool. 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
5th edition.
Hey guys, V Tiefling. We'll get
V
back. Let's get back
Tiefling.
onto pertinent
Take it
stuff.
back.
That was a great question about relationships. My, the lamest excuse someone's giving me was one time this girl said, we gotta break up, blah, blah. I'm like, how come? She's like, well, you're going upstate. V Tiefling wants to know, you're going upstate. What would your strip club be called? Mine would be called the Siegfried and Roy.
What?
What would your guys'
Just a
be?
tiger
The
lunging for someone's
Siegfried
ball
and
sack.
Roy.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you know? You read my mind. A
You-
tiger lunging for someone's ball sack. Gift of the week. What? I think that is a sign. That's one of the astronomical signs.
I think mine would be called the tiger and the sack.
The tiger
based
and
off
the
of
sack.
that.
Yep. They're all derivative of the
The
Siegfried
tiger
and
and
Roy.
the sack,
They're
based
little
off the fact that
chains.
the Siegfried and Roy sign will have a tiger going
Hey,
for a
remember how
sack.
that lion tried to rip out
at
one of the
Liam.
guy, maybe Roy, maybe he tried to rip out his throat? Do you think Frumpkin is going to try and do? What if he turns? Can a
I was just gonna
familiar
ask.
turn on you at some
Turn on
point?
me?
Can someone cast
I was
a spell
as
onto
soon
him
as he
that
started
turns
going
him
there,
into,
that's
like,
where
the
my mind
rabbit from
went.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Can a fae creature?
Is it?
Ridiculous. What a ridiculous question.
It's a
about our
question
make-believe
about 5th
game.
edition Dungeons and Dragons.
What a
Yeah.
ridiculous question about our
said
make
convincing
I think
himself.
my strip club would be called No Vacancies.
Ooh, because all the legs here are closed.
That's actually, that's a bar in Hollywood.
Is
Sure,
it?
that makes sense.
Should we go there
Speakeasy?
after this?
It's
Oh.
actually great.
Hey,
I
speaking of
do
booze,
know
guys,
that.
Crazy Shack.
Someone has
48.
told me, because I
Max,
live near New
how
York
much
City.
liquor were you
Lots
offered
of
to do your
speakeasy
Sam
type places,
impression on
and
CR?
LA joints were compared to it.
I actually didn't drink anything before, surprisingly.
There might
Max
even be
was so
one in New
nervous, but
York.
he kept trying it out in front of
Maybe
all of
the
us.
one
and
in
we're
New
like,
York-
"You're
the one in New York is
killing
no
it." He practiced
reservations,
all
I
week.
think.
We're like, you're killing it, dude, and then he killed it on the
He
stream.
did great.
It
My
was
favorite
amazing.
were the people who thought that Sam was dubbing over Max.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Yeah.
how good it was.
Amazing.
Yeah, a lot of us gave advice. I told him to just never stop smiling. Just spread your mouth open as wide as possible. He makes this sound a lot. Yeah, yeah. There,
I
then
know.
you're good. Just bare your teeth as much as possible, like an animal.
Right.
Like an
let's
animal.
See. Let's
I
see
like that
here.
Liam
A
didn't like
swan
really
lady.
laugh. He just kept
Now that you're
the
pirates,
same
have you
face.
chosen your pirate
like an
name?
animal. A woman's place is in charge.
I guess that's a no.
That's a no.
Can we do it on the fly though?
Can we do it on the fly?
We're supposed to be like witty and good at improv, right? Our pirate names as our
My
characters.
God, his
or
knuckles
as
cracked so
ourselves?
loud to the mic.
character
I thought
matters.
his
Your
necks were
characters. Nobody
snapped
cares
all over
about
the
you
world.
guys. They care about your
Frump King.
character.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Done. Done deal.
I am.
There's Caleb for you. Love it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Liam doesn't know yet.
Oh. Oh. What?
Oh wow.
What?
That matches are pretty good. It looks like one of those things
see the
where you
monitor.
put
What
your
am I
head
watching?
in
What
at
am
like
I
Ren
watching?
fairs. They had them.
My face on
At
Caleb's
the one
running
Ren
by.
fair I
Here
went
comes
to.
the
I've only
police.
been to one. You guys know of it.
I don't know if I.
I've
good.
been to
That's pretty
one,
good.
and it had that.
Oh my God. All of
Several
these
of them.
are
I've
gonna
seen
be
them other
such
places.
gold.
I have so many regrets.
Guys,
Still there. Still going. Yeah.
Still
that was
going.
amazing.
Still
Oh,
going.
I can't wait to watch
Nothing
that later.
outlasts the
Hey, this is
Energizer
crazy.
Bunny. Ooh, that's a lot
Bear
of shot.
Week.
I
It's
was
like
playing
Shark Week,
shots.
but Bear Week. Did you guys plan the marigold color theme going
Islay
on in all
Storm.
your outfits tonight?
Scotch
Look,
whiskey. Very delicious.
I've got this.
First time I
Your
ever got
bra
it.
or whatever the fuck that is hanging out to the side has a thing. And Liam's got the thing on the thing.
Yeah.
Of course we planned this out, guys. We're expert YouTubers.
Hey.
My mom the other day was like, "So
Hey.
I'm confused. Are you one of the YouTubers now?" And I'm like, "If so, we're
Are
the
you one of the
oldest fucking YouTubers in the game. I'm 53 years
YouTubers.
old."
I love it.
Guys,
There's
one
no
more, and then
way.
we have to get to the
I
final
wish
question,
Brian was
which is
53
really
years
good.
old.
I've been stalling to
He's
get
been
to that.
saving
one.
it. He's saving the last question for us. That Brian.
Let's see. Liam and Marisha, old sneaks. Are your characters curious about how
think
being
I
at
just
sea
broke my
might
neck.
affect
Did you
Ford,
hear that?
given what they know about his
Whew.
salty history?
That might have been the
Now,
loudest
see,
neck
salty
crack
is
I
a
ever
pun
had.
there because of the
I almost
sea being
was like
salty.
concerned.
See,
I'm like,
it's
can I
also
move?
salty if
Am
you
I
have a
broke?
Balanced diet.
Yep.
Scurvy.
Damn.
Scurvy.
Not
What?
to be fucked with.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure. And I'm also just curious to see what the two people who are from the Menagerie Coast do in reaction to this, because for us, I don't have to go back there. This is all, you know, I wanted to, Caleb wanted to check out that tower, and Caleb likes, Miss Lavore was really nice, but he feels the call to go, like, this is a vacay.
I feel so good now.
And he ultimately has to go back.
I literally thought like, oh my
It's
God,
fine for him to
I
walk
finally
away
did
on
it. I
fire.
broke my neck.
So what are Jester and Ford gonna do in the hour of the first game? I don't know.
I feel a little bad. Feel a little bad for Jester.
Sure,
She might not be able to return home.
sure. It was
Don't
really,
know what we did.
it was really dark. I don't know that people got a great look at us. A lot of us can disguise ourselves.
It's hard to say.
She was already had to hide and.
It's
go
interesting.
in.
I'm
It's
like
not that
listening to what they're
different.
saying very carefully because
Yeah.
we
Also,
already know
As far as a
the
bunch
outcome.
of guards are concerned, they saw her kill herself.
Yeah. I'm curious.
So there's
Like,
that.
we know what has
Which is like,
become
it
of
could be
this.
great.
No one really
Could be great.
cared. They're just more concerned about the girl
And
that
then
kills
also
herself.
Ford. Yeah, I mean, here we are on a boat. He's been hinting at his boat life, and we're on a boat now.
You get to
Hinting
see
at
what that's all
boat
about a
life.
little bit.
We're gonna take a shot
Mm.
before this one ends. Because this
Hashtag boat
episode,
life.
boat
Hashtag
life.
boat life.
On a boat.
This one's gonna end. In a
Chief, what
couple
do you got in
minutes.
regards to that chest?
Chief life.
Oh boy, is that what all the side glances were?
What?
Waiting for.
Liam, what happened?
Boy.
You couldn't snip it from earlier?
Oh, too
We need to
bad.
upgrade our
So
technology.
sad. Oh, no retroactive.
Chief
chest
doesn't
hair
have the
implants?
tools he needs. That's
We-
what I'm saying.
We don't have enough shots.
I think
of
he said we got
Marsha
one more
Ray with
question
Liam
left. I'm
O'Brien's-
curious now because he
No,
said
I
he was
was
been
gonna
holding
put
it back.
right here.
Was
Oh,
I
Brian.
love
we're not on Twitch, and I think the
Hashtag
Twitch guy
feminism.
left, so we could have done something like
Yeah.
that. Our final question of the night, viewers.
The doozy.
This one comes from.
It's a doozy.
Now, man, this is good for.
I can never
you know,
hear doozy
good way
ever
to end
again
After Dark on a nice.
without thinking of Groundhog's Day.
Wordy Wonderwolf. This is for all
Weirdy
of us. Danny,
Wonderwolf.
you're included in
We
on
had
this.
3 B's, now we got 3 W's. Weirdy
Weirdy
Beautiful
Wonderwolf.
business point.
Weirdy
Yeah.
Wonderwolf, yes.
What's your best impression of Max's "I'm so done with this" face? Now let's each, Chief, let's go ahead and get a.
Right there.
I don't know what
pretty
it
good.
looks like to begin with. I guess it's just what we
Your
imagine.
turn.
My turn, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wow. Yep.
Solid.
Absolutely.
Solid.
Marisha? Yeah. Yep. Oh God. Yeah.
It's hard to like hold it.
That's pretty good. Actually, a lot of times it's Marisha!
Right. It's a lot of yelling.
I'm doing mine.
Yeah.
This is mine right now.
Marsha Roy! Which you started.
Right.
I just
Roy.
like. I guess
Yeah.
we're supposed to just imagine what
okay,
it would look like.
Mine is.
And then he like weeps, and then he just weeps,
could've been doing
breaks
something
into
great,
tears, and he.
Oh man,
And then
mine
he
was gonna be the
does
hair.
his hair. I had no idea
give me
Max
time
had
to
long
pull
hair.
something up.
Last episode, episode 38, they showed
Okay,
a picture
Danny's
of him.
turn.
Danny.
Looked
Mine is-
totally
mine is
different than I imagined.
Yep. Always flicking. You flick it. You don't flip it. I whip my
don't
hair
flip my
back
hair.
here.
You do sometimes
He
do
looks
the like.
so different.
Yeah, it's this.
And now
it's
the
the
image I have
frustrated,
of him that they
yeah.
showed
That
doesn't
looks like a
match his
shampoo
voice. Like you
commercial.
ever hear where like
Yeah.
the voice just doesn't
With the
make
dark
sense to
ending.
you? I need to
See?
see him
You could have
speak.
been
I
doing
never
something
see
great,
him
Max,
speak.
but instead
They
you're here.
hide this man,
Yeah,
Max.
lots of face
Yeah,
palming.
lots of.
You know, guys, it's we give Max a lot of shit, but we love him, and he keeps everything working around
my
here,
God.
including our
does
body parts.
so
The more
much.
Yeah.
you
Like
make
Max
fun,
touches
I feel
every
the more
show
you love.
just like he touches all
If you're
of us around
playfully
us.
making fun that
He's
much,
been
it's only
touching
because
me for years,
you have that kind of
and I
relationship
can
with the
tell
person
you
where you can,
every
and that's
time
lovely. I think
I'm
Max
touched
is
by
great.
Max,
I don't
it's
even know him.
warmer, softer than the first. It knows me more than the last time.
A little bit more informed.
A little bit more informed.
Yeah.
The touch just becomes more and more familiar with
Yeah.
every passing week.
Hey, Lockie, are you here to say something super fucking depressing right before we go off the air?
Oh yeah, Lucky, tell
Why
us who
don't you
killed
take
herself.
us
Who
out
killed
on this
himself?
Lockie,
shittiest
yes,
note possible
please have
this week,
Lockie
Chris?
come.
Speak loudly so the folks at home can also have their night ruined.
Bill Cosby's in prison, y'all.
Well, that's good news. Ah, okay, well
Yeah,
that's
good
fine. That's good news. We'll go out.
Yeah,
Bill
love
Cosby's
it.
in.
Let's go
Chris
out on
Lockie.
the highest note possible.
They keep talking
Yeah.
about him. I've said it since the beginning.
Bill Cosby.
Isn't that the name of a swimmer, an Olympic swimmer? I've said this as well. That was good.
We're back.
I'm gonna arse
Same
queef
show,
it up. That's what
different
he
channel.
said. That's
Same
the
amazing
second Bobby
dudes.
Tarantino shirt in a
It's the
row.
same
Now that I'm
channel.
watching
Well,
him
yeah, it
in
is,
a
'cause
row,
there's-
I also looked up
If
Chris
you
Lockie is the
watch
social
on
and
the one
content
channel, then
producer
you
of
just
Critical
stay, all there
Role.
was
You
was
guys
like
have
a
told me
little
before.
break.
I forget
Why'd you
these
say
things are so
different
much.
channel?
Well, I meant because like if you went from Twitch
After
to
Hours,
here,
Part 2.
then like but if you
Episode
watched
36.
on Alpha from the beginning, you
Then
would
they're
have
in
just
the
same channel, guys.
Yeah,
I should have
that's true.
clarified that. Was man.
Questions?
We take questions from the Alpha chat sometimes. On
Questions
After Dark. Sometimes
from
we
the
just do
Alpha
our own
chat.
thing. We'll see what happens tonight.
Let's see what happens tonight.
Guys, oh
Yes.
wow, this is great. This is from a AF Lone Wolf to all.
All
including
these episodes
Brain.
were glorious. I
Describe
can't
the
wait
perfect
for the After
burrito.
Hours. The perfect
A little
burrito.
barbecue brisket in there, some like Frito chips.
I'm never
lettuce,
really much of a
tomato
fan
salsa.
of
Don't make me go
barbecue.
to Taco Bell after this,
Anything
man.
except ribs.
Taco Bell after this.
Brisket, I like my brisket
Fine.
Oh, I haven't
juicy.
even had my sandwich from earlier.
Not a lot of sauce. I'll take some Georgia
I
mustard,
forgot I
some
haven't
hot
eaten.
sauce.
Ah.
I
We
dig
must
tons of hot
eat.
sauce.
We must keep
I
Danny
like
alive. That's why her battery's
spicy
losing strength.
mustards
is
and
because
stuff.
it depends on
Nothing
how much
against
she's
sauces.
nourished herself.
Just barbecue is too much
Burrito for
sweet.
you, sir.
I want more
Me,
hot
I know it sounds simple, but like
succulent
like
juiciness.
a good smoked, pulled like shredded chicken, pulled chicken.
That's my shit
like
right
hickory
there.
smoked. I've
A
only had that twice,
juicy
and it was, of course, it was
smoked.
Texas.
Down with that.
On rice, pinto beans, a heavy helping of cheese.
Matt, you
I think
are
I had at a Freebirds or something like that.
Reading
years
my
ago,
mind.
and that was
Matt's
Freebirds
on the
calling out
money.
with those massive
Tons of
burritos.
cheese.
Dude,
I'll take
dude,
the beans. I always get pinto beans.
It's basically just a baby filled with yeah. It's like a prosthetic leg filled with meat and cheese and rice.
Whenever
and
we
beans.
go
It's great.
to Cracker
Okay.
Barrel,
Now, hear
you
me
get
out
3
on this.
sides. I always get
Perfect
double pinto
burrito.
beans. I just like a side of
Skittles.
beans with my meat.
Starburst bites, the little unpackaged
tiny
ones,
you chew,
yeah. Jujubes wrapped in a fruit roll-up.
That's a burrito? I mean, I guess
feel
it's a
like my insulin
burrito.
just spiked just hearing
It did.
about that.
We call it the dentist's nightmare.
Yeah.
The dentist's nightmare.
I had a.
Is that a
cotton
burrito
candy
though? I
burrito
guess.
once.
You did? What was in that?
It was strawberry ice cream, fruity pebbles.
I've seen this.
And
Where
then,
was it?
Like 2 different types of cotton candy.
I've
wrapped
seen
up in
this
it,
at like a.
Say
that
it
was wrapped
slower.
around it.
You had me at
I
Fruity
thought that it was going to be disgusting.
No,
I thought it was
it's
going to
not.
be the nastiest shit.
Why would
you think
Holy God, it was so good.
Yeah, that sounds
Now,
amazing.
Danny,
I discovered fruity pebbles on ice cream, which
was
I can never.
probably-
I
had that in
saw
America,
people
probably,
doing
right?
this, but it was at like a chain.
It was at the K-Town
in
night
France.
market.
it was the
K-Town night
No,
market.
they don't stay that thin.
There
and
is a
beautiful
place
by
I saw
eating like
online
us.
that was doing it, like some kind of
live
place in
show
LA
coming
or
up.
something.
Live show.
And it
What
was
do you guys
cotton
love about the live
candy
shows?
burritos, and it was ice cream and whatever toppings
energy,
you want. It was
yeah.
basically imagine an ice cream parlor.
It's one thing
but
to
they
be playing
wrap it
together as
in a cotton
friends,
candy
and
burrito.
thankfully that's most of the time because the live show too often would be too much. But once every now and then being able to share it live there with so many people that are as invested and as excited as we are to be there, the sheer energy and positivity and tension in the room at moments, at crux points in the story, it's. I will say of all the years I've done theater and that high I've had on stage, this is even more. It's even better for me.
Yeah. I never did a theater show in 2000.
Travis is like,
500,
I don't
1,000
have
people. Like,
epicness like that to
when
compare it
you
to.
have like an
Matt.
eruption of a reaction in a moment and it just hits you. It's nowhere else in the world you're gonna feel that.
You experience a bunch of different emotions from the crowd that aren't just the applause or the laughter at the funny stuff, or when Sam comes out, the puking, but there is a raw. There's gasping
I've been
at
doing
parts.
a lot of
There's,
videos, so
it
I'm
doesn't
starting to
translate.
slouch. So I had to fix my shirt.
I understand why some people don't like streaming the live shows, and I understand some of the arguments. Most of them, I think, are complete bullshit. But some of them I understand because it is like a different experience than what you're used to, because this is such an intimate, quiet. There's no other voices, there's no other reactions than those at the table. But to mix it up every once in a while, a couple of times a year, out of all the episodes that we do,
I'm looking at his shirt and I'm
that
thinking,
energy
when's
and that
Rick and
range of
Morty start up
emotions is
again?
So interesting.
Took a break
because
for season 6.
I don't see it really affect the way that you guys play the game, but I can see as people afterwards, we're always just like, it's the most filling sort of, I probably liken it to what you experienced after coming out of the desert for a few weeks, but I feel just recharged, and you get to look in the faces of all the people and go, this is why we do this.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too, for
This is
stage
why we
productions
do
and being
it.
on stage, the audience is there to be entertained. And they're like, we've come here, we've bought our ticket, come, make us laugh, make us cry, do a thing, The weird magic of whatever this wonderful thing is that we've all stumbled into with Critical Role in this wonderful community, they're as knowledgeable and invested in this story and our characters and we as people as we are in them as a community. And it's not like there's a barrier and you're trying to present or entertain. You're just all here in this like collective moment, and there's so much joy and energy crystallized together. I can't explain it. It's surreal.
Yeah.
It's exhausting, and it's thrilling, and it's exalting.
It was so crazy. I remember that very first one we did at Gen Con 2-3 years ago, when the audience would react to something that we have just been so invested in, and we're hanging on every word that Matt says or that another character does, and then to hear someone else outside of us be like, "What?" or laugh, and you just wanted to turn and be like, "Right?" Like, right? So that's
so crazy.
That's just amazing.
Let's see, what do we have here for Matt?
Yes.
I have nothing to say.
I
love
actually, this is
everything
for
they
both
have
of
to
you,
say.
from
I'm questions.
Schnapps and Doctor Who Barbie.
Doctor Who Barbie.
Sorry, I tried, but it's fuckeredly. How much importance
Tal'dorei.
See, but without the capitalization, Danny, it's all sort of a run-on.
It's all like a big.
How much importance have
I
you
said
been
this
putting on
last time.
sticking
The
to alignment
letters that
this
are
campaign as
capitalized
opposed to
are where
last?
the name,
How hard
you
is it
know,
sticking
has
to
the
alignment?
change
How much
if
importance
needed.
have you
play
been
on
putting on
words, so to
sticking to
speak.
alignment this campaign as opposed to last?
It's just a giant.
Actually, I think it's pretty
broad-
important, especially
like, I
in
don't
the
know what
beginning,
that is. That's what he's
because
saying.
you could just go any direction, right? Like, I don't know if alignments are going to change because of certain actions, but they might. But I think it's kind of important so you don't just run the gamut and do a whole bunch of crazy shit. I know for me, when I play video games, I'll just kill chickens in the middle of the road just because they're fucking there and I want to see what happens. Can't do that with Forge.
Yeah.
I remember doing that.
I think alignment's a great
Link to the
guide
Past, Zelda.
if you're
I
unfamiliar with
remember
the process
swinging at the
of
chickens just to see what would happen if you
realizing a
did.
personality that's different from your own and
Eventually,
stepping
they
into those
mobbed
shoes.
you.
As performers and as actors,
don't wanna-
professionally, part of our job is to recognize, realize, and be able to kind of wear these other personas. So it's a little more natural as part of our training to know and identify a moral set that exists within this character, and kind of instinctually explore that. For people that don't have those tools, and so I think it's a little more useful to have that as a driving guide. I prefer to think that the character's actions drives alignment as opposed to alignment drives character's actions. That makes sense?
I totally agree with that.
Very
Looks
moral
like Travis does as well.
people
And I
can
concur.
sometimes have very terrible lapses in judgment.
Yes.
Very wicked people sometimes can find moments of redemption. And I don't feel like you should use alignment as a way of excluding yourselves from making those choices that otherwise you would expect the character on paper should never make.
God, that's so true. That's so true.
I'll take his answer. Yeah. I changed mine.
No, but no.
It's great at the beginning, like you said. When you establish a character, it's a great thing for you to be like, this is the kind of character they are at
trade.
this moment in time,
His was
and I want
better.
them to follow
I
this
take
path
his.
based on their experiences in life and what they want to do. That can change radically by the things they experience and the way they react to them, or it can be very much on the same because this is who they want to be.
Right.
So it can go either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Whenever somebody says, "Oh, their character wouldn't have done that because it's not their alignment," I'm like, no, their character's doing that, and that's just who they are as a character.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth.
This got good, man.
I feel like, do you see, we all are
I
quiet.
like it.
How often, it's not just me, how
You
often
guys
after
craving
someone
a
talks,
big, fat, juicy, dripping, wet New York slice of pizza like I am right now?
Yeah.
Where
They
did you think I was
put
going with that?
I was
glowing
kinda
green
holding out.
nipple
I didn't know.
piercings
I was
on
thinking
him.
it's
They
the
aren't.
Sour
Yeah.
look on your
I thought
face.
something was
Don't
under
Google
his shirt
burrito train,
first, and he
by
was
the way.
teasing
That's what I
them.
got.
It's
Don't
literally
Google
overlaying
burrito
it.
train?
I don't know it.
Does he
I
see
don't
it?
know
Does
why
he
I said
see
that.
it?
Don't Google
Don't do
burrito
that.
train.
I don't think he saw it yet. Did
There
Brian
used to
see
be
it yet?
the one good.
But what
New
I
York
was saying
pizza
was,
I've had in
they
LA
all are speechless.
used to be
After
across
Matt
from the
Mercer
apartment
talks,
where she
there's
used to
just
live in.
silence.
It was
The
fucking
sounds
amazing.
of silence.
And then it burned down.
No!
Like, see, now he's laughing
I'm
and
so
talking.
sad. So
Matt
I'm
has a
excited to
way.
get actual
He
words.
like, I literally feel like he's got some superpower, like the Pied Piper, where he
Yeah,
talks,
it
and
was
I'm just
it
like,
was a grease fire,
Couldn't
probably.
keep it. It was too delicious to be contained.
Did live. Too delicious.
has anybody seen yet?
It's a good album name.
No one has noticed. Either that or Brian is playing it off so perfectly.
Leopard.
Brian just like zoned out onto that path.
This is a good one from Malgriff.
Oh, he
Travis
was
and Matt,
reading.
how worried are you that the group are going to, by accident, become the worst pirates anyone ever heard of?
By accident?
Worried or certain?
Yeah.
By
I
accident?
think it's in the stars at this point.
That pretty much is.
We'd have to have a 180
I
in the.
Feel like just based on the
sequence of
fact
events.
that
The
we
rest of the party
cannot
would have to
die.
learn how to run
On,
a
I mean,
fucking
I'm not
ship.
saying we
I
can't
mean,
die, but we're not going to die on
If you plan to
the
make
sea.
this a thing, the
So
rest of the
we're not the
gonna have
worst.
to take a few days
Because
to
there are
train.
many, many
That was the
pirates
other
that have
thing.
not
Well,
lived
the
to tell the
fucking
tale.
Jellyfish Bloom was gorgeous and amazing. We had all this time where we would just sail on the fucking seas. What did I do? Train Bo on how to do certain. Nope. Train. Nope. Didn't that either. I was just fucking driving the boat like a big dumbass.
Well, you
Didn't
hired a
think to
crew.
train.
Well, next time, next leg of the
They might
journey,
have
you know what to
scurvy.
do.
A bunch of slapdicks.
That's true.
They got, you know, they're.
3 days. They don't have scurvy.
You guys,
How long
Bunch
does
of
it take to get
slap
scurvy,
dicks?
Danny?
Did he say a
A
bunch?
couple weeks or something.
Max, you've
I'm
had
a
I would
scurvy
think
expert.
Danny's right. I would think Danny's right. Couple weeks, probably at least, right? You're not going to get scurvy overnight.
Tighten it up. Tight,
That's
tight
something.
ship. Tight crew.
I feel like scurvy
Well,
Terror of the Lucidian Ocean.
it's true.
is not
48
something.
hours from right now. Yeah. you all will be on stage playing Durgers and Dragers. And Matt has packed 6 different options for Dwarven Forge maps for
pretty much.
what might happen.
I love it.
I'm excited.
That is a
I'm happy
prepared
we
man.
have a lot of stuff for the fans this weekend coming up, and
do,
finally on the East Coast again, seeing everybody.
Trying to spread the love around the country and beyond.
Yeah,
And beyond.
and then like a couple weeks from now, we're going to
D&D
London.
Beyond.
Yeah, man.
I'm so
Get to
excited.
see, you know.
He still hasn't
where is he?
seen
Oh,
the
he's on
nipples.
bar still.
He keep
look.
he finally. It's been there so long. He finally
those have been there
saw
for a
it.
while.
Those have been there for
I
a
thought that was part of your
while.
shirt, but I'm looking right at you.
That's
They've been there
beautiful.
for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Check it out. We're putting. Danny's getting
What are you
ready.
doing to Danny?
I think they're
Very loud, I
piercings.
can't hear you. What?
Danny rap.
Oh yeah, because she.
Oh, we have to ship
We're
Danny?
shipping Danny
Oh,
away.
Danny.
Fragile.
I'm
Watch
so
her-
sorry. You are fragile. We have to have her shipped. Oh my God.
What if
That's actually
Danny?
the soundproof
This
stuff,
reminds
not
me of
so
a
much-
film called The House of Sand and
Punishment
Fog.
for talking about Constantine.
Did you ever see that movie? Do you know that when they put the bed
I've
over?
never seen it. People have told me it's
Well,
good.
that's
The
all
House
the
of Sand
time
and
we
Fog.
have
I've never seen it,
Danny.
but I had it on a
Oh my
list.
goodness.
It's on
She is
a
our
list
most
of many
fragile
movies.
asset.
There's at least
If we
100
want-
movies.
If
It's one of
there's
them.
one thing we don't want to show up broken in New York City, it's
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah.
sure.
We
Don't
need
let it
Danny
get
to
full bubble
operate
wrap, is what he said.
successfully.
Okay,
New
good.
York.
New York.
New
I can't sing.
York.
They told me I can't sing any popular songs on the show anymore. Even just one line of one.
Because
could-
you're just
could get us
so
sued for
accurate with
millions.
your renditions.
Well,
that-
well, what it is, Travis, is I'm an influencer.
I do that all the time. I do that. What it is you're a YouTuber. Yeah, you're a YouTuber.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you Thursday night for
That
Critical
was
Role Live in New York
great.
City, and next week for
All
more
came full
Talks Machina,
circle.
madness and fun and After Dark and all that. Good night. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Let's get on the plane.
Oh God.
All my bags are packed. We're back. Welcome to Talks
That was
Machina Under the Sea.
amazing. They made a
My
joke
guest.
right before
Still
in the
just
last
Travis, guys,
episode.
sorry.
It's still
Careful.
Travis. I'm sorry.
I don't know the Heimlich maneuver.
In the
and
last
everybody here's
episode,
too
they
short
go,
to give it
we
to
have
you
to
anyway.
have you stop
very
singing
true.
lines of
Except for
songs.
Next.
They thought
These
they
are
cut
the
the
jams.
camera
He's
and he
tall.
sings
Max
a
is tall.
line
Are you taller than Max?
coincidentally.
Yeah, a little bit. Barely? Same height?
It's hard to tell because of his wig.
And the glory. Yeah.
Because of his
Fair.
wig.
Well, in this part of the show, we take questions from the
He said
Alpha
yes.
chat. He said
nodded,
yes?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is from Jaws 1280. Question for everyone. So let's go ahead and bring everyone in from the lobby.
Everyone.
How,
Everyone bring everybody
how much
in.
would someone need to pay you to drink out of Sam's flask? I wouldn't do it.
Oh man,
I
well it's
wouldn't do it.
like mystery every night, right?
Yeah.
There are nights where it's like something benign,
Ugh.
but every once in a while you get like a whiff of it, and it kind of smells like a cast after 7 weeks.
Oh, a cast.
Yeah, so
Ugh. That's
it's because he
disgusting.
drinks that box wine, man. You know.
He does. It seems so awkward too, the way he brings a funnel that's about this big, and he puts the funnel into the flask. It's like bright orange, and then he literally takes like I don't know, $4 box of wine.
Sometimes it's those plastic
and he,
bags of wine.
He presses, and sometimes it's a bag.
I've gotten both.
And he just presses the button.
Inside the
It takes
box is a
15
bag.
minutes.
Yeah.
But that's why he's got a little bit of, you know.
He's got some definition
got
in
some
those.
definition
Yeah,
in those
he's got those
arms,
blacksmith
man.
arms.
Inside those boxes
Those
of wine,
boxes of wine.
Franzia. I'm
Okay.
usually go with Franzia.
But how much would you drink out of it? I wouldn't. drink
Carlo
out of it.
Rossi
I would drink out of it.
gives you
Yeah,
the
I have
jug.
just
The
You
only
get
thing
like a
I would touch that
3-gallon
Sam's
jug of
lips have
Carlo
also
Rossi.
touched is lamb.
Usually about under $20, whether you get the box or the Carlo Rossi.
Okay,
You get
here's
more
a good one.
with the box wine.
Travis.
though. Box wine,
Actually,
you get 5 liters.
Oh yeah, this is good. Squally
Carlo
Farm.
Rossi, it's 3 liters.
Who do you
not
think
gallons,
should be the
liters.
next member of the Mighty Nine to get the intense Mercer flirtation treatment?
Ooh.
Bless you, Danny.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Sneezes are not controllable. Do you know? I've been teaching you about not apologizing for things you didn't do wrong. I've been teaching Max to apologize for everything.
Right.
Thank
I think
you.
my top 3 would be Caleb first.
How's he gonna handle that?
Yeah, not well.
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
think.
time for sex.
I mean, you don't think so, but it's always the quiet ones, right, that turn out to be the Casanovas. Or Caduceus, just because I just want to hear that.
I want to hear that too.
Yeah, and my third would, of course, be Yasha, because I think she
Yeah.
would probably kill you if you do not
Perform well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, There's a reason why I'm still alive.
All right.
Oh boy.
There's a reason I'm still alive. Ashley Johnson.
Jackie
the husband.
Q40.
The
Do either of you
father.
have any favorite fan interactions from this
That
weekend?
was good, though.
You know what?
Brian
I met more
is
critters at New York Comic Con, bless you, than I did than I have done at any other convention. Highlights were definitely the Pillow Matt people were so great. Mobius was
the
there.
Pillow Matt.
Mobius showed up.
There
and
was a really great like Ford cosplayer that I had to like tip my hat to.
with
People
the contacts?
cosplayed as
the
Pillow
lower
Matt. Is
tusks.
that what he
was
said?
amazing.
Oh man, he did really, really well.
If I find his, because I think he took a picture with me. If I find it, I'll retweet it. There was a lot of great Ford cosplay, a ton. I thought it was awesome because it's kind of it's hard. You have to paint your whole thing. It's like the people that do Jester and everything.
Yep.
I think
there was some
Jester's
great Molly.
Probably harder.
The
like
whole coat
even
and
purple.
all the stuff.
I feel like green. I mean, either way, you
that
got
was
to paint your
the
body.
Quebec was a really
But
fun
I feel like
Quebec
fan
blue
interaction.
Yeah,
and
that
purple
was
would
really
be
smart.
harder
There
to
was some really
maintain than
sweet.
green. 'Cause
Everybody's
green,
so nice. It was
it's
really
almost
funny.
like camouflage.
The person that was we have the handlers who were there to
Like,
help
there's
us get
tons
to
of
the things we
army
need to in time and stuff like that.
camouflage
And
and
Mary,
greens and
the girl that was my handler,
like,
was
you know,
fucking awesome. And after the first day, she was like, I don't know anything about the show, but your fans are the nicest people in the world. Like, I've never worked with someone that their fan base was. I'm like, I know you're gonna have a fucking blast just hanging out.
Isn't
Like,
it
these
the
people are
truth?
funny. They
I
care
can
about the show.
concur.
They know everything
You
about it.
guys are all
They're
the
so nice
greatest
to each
ever.
other in the lines. Like, that's the other thing. The lines, people end up making friends that they end up sometimes playing D&D with. They meet in the lines to come say hi, and that's like all you could hope for, really.
There was this. I had a really good a female fan came through, and she was like, "You're not going to believe this, but I first met you at a convention, an anime convention that I went to because I was a Full Metal Alchemist fan, and we took a picture, and she showed it to me. It was from 2007.
Whoa.
So it was like, like baby me, no beard, way thinner. And she was like, and I still love anime, but I found Critical Role because of you guys, and I've watched every single episode, and I
That's
wanted to take
awesome.
another picture so we could have a, before and after. I was
Right.
like, yeah, cool. Can we Photoshop it so I'm as skinny as I was then?
Yeah, because you're so
and everything.
fat
That's
and out
about
of shape,
when
Matt
that headshot
Travis.
I used for your episode was, right?
I think so.
I just
About
said
that
in one of
time?
the, I think it was this
so. Yeah,
episode.
two-
I literally said
2006,
Travis looks like he could be a tight end
The
on an
gray is very
NFL team.
distinguished.
And
Is it?
Travis
I
thinks
like
he's
it.
is, yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I think so.
Distinguished is what you think of when you see a guy in a backwards trucker hat.
Yep.
I wasn't talking about the hat. I was talking about the gray.
Oh, good.
Right.
Okay, good.
Right.
Yeah.
Veithe says, do you know what Sam left up in the back corner of the balcony?
Oh,
It was a signed
It's a
poster.
signed-
it was. Yeah, it was like a little.
Yeah.
It was like a little grabby bag. So fucking smart to be like, what's the worst seat in the house? Or actually, he actually looked at the seating chart and saw that there was this one like seat just purchased all the way in the back.
Yeah, like
He was
nobody around him.
Respect for that. We're
Yeah.
buying the worst seat in the house. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll make sure they know we sell them.
That was cool.
Now every show there will be a
There will be
competition,
some
a race,
sort of Easter
a race
egg.
to the shittiest seat in the house.
I think if he ever retires one of his flasks, he should do it in that way. Put it in the corner of the balcony.
Won't be hard to find. You can just smell your way to it.
You can sell it for $5 or something. REO teabagging.
Oh!
REO
Is that a
teabagging.
frequent?
I
frequent?
remember.
Oh,
They're back.
Yes,
good.
I
Hey,
definitely
everyone,
remember REO
Since tonight is
teabagging.
Sam's birthday.
I feel
what are
like
some
I said
crazy
that was the
birthday
top three
stories
for me.
you have
That
to
is up
share?
there with pull-out sofa
Well, getting
and Arsqueeve.
the cops called on
REO
us at the
teabagging.
beach during your birthday thing
Yes.
for drinking on the
Yes.
beach, which we were not supposed to be doing.
Not allowed to drink alcohol on most beaches in LA. Some,
Yeah.
but
Good to know.
not many. Yeah.
Very
Same
good
with
to know.
the
Yes, you must be
beaches in
very
New
careful, or
Jersey.
you will receive a ticket.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
same
which
with
we
beaches
did,
in New
and
Jersey.
we took plenty of pictures with
They're
very,
usually pretty
very
lenient.
kind
I've done it
cops.
before.
Yeah,
You don't
they
get
were
in
on
trouble.
the-
Cuffing
But
us.
they
were
could
on the
technically.
quads.
Four-wheelers,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've told this story before on
That's
After
right,
Dark because
that's
we were
right.
talking about how Max's favorite show is
Oh, I probably told
Baywatch
this story
Nights.
too.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Zach. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. His favorite show is Powder Puff Girls.
Yes.
Have you seen that? And he likes Peppa Pig too. Or no, that's Chris, our sound guy.
Oh, that
Chris
is
the big
Chris's-
Peppa
yeah,
Pig.
he wears
'Cause
the shirts
I've
says
heard
he
of
wears
that.
a shirt.
Yep.
He says that the British sense of humor is more evolved. I'm like, that's fucking such a pretentious
That
thing
sounds like
to
something
say.
Chris would say
It's
about.
right.
Yeah.
Good. He likes cops. Have you seen Live PD?
Cops.
you.
I'll tell you a
Live
cool Sam
PD.
story. Before
I haven't
Critical
heard of
ever
that.
started, we knew each
Cops.
other very.
I grew up with cops.
I guess just in a
Professionally.
professional sense. And I think he had a paintball game for his birthday. Liam found this old photo this last week and sent it along, and I forgot that he invited me, and he was like, I need a couple more people to come to the paintball game. Do you want to play? Do you play paintball? And I was like, yeah, do you play paintball? And he goes, I actually had a team like back in the day. And I was like, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
All my
So we
friends
played.
used to play back in the day.
I was there, wasn't I?
That was like a
No, you weren't
fad,
at
I
this one.
guess.
I went to one of the PCB ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
the game was going on,
there
and
was
I
a
get a little
5-year period
competitive,
where
and I was a little
everyone I
bit
knew
more of an
got
outdoor kid than the rest. And I
hardcore
remember
into
there was one of his
paintball
best friends
shops
was there, and it
opening
came
up
down to the end
everywhere.
of this one match, and I ended
I
up
feel like
running
it
down like
lasted
a
like
hill, doing a
maximum 10
baseball
years,
slide
and then
behind a
everyone kinda
bunker, and
fell out.
ending up like 7 feet behind this guy and put a paintball right in the side of his neck, which left this huge blister.
Yeah, that hurts a lot.
One of his friends was like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Sam was like, shot him in the neck, asshole. And I was like, well.
Remember when Laura shot those 3 people that had already surrendered when we played?
Like John Rambo.
They were
She was wearing a red
pissed.
bandana and a big ass
She
mask,
was.
so you can't
She
tell who
was.
it is. And it was Sam and I again, and we were in this back corner, and we were like, we need to advance on this building.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this little guy pop up and run just straight balls out towards this like building, stick their gun over the window and be like, surrender, surrender, surrender. And these three huge dudes come out and they're like, geez, like guns raised. And we finally get back to the area where you can like take your mask off, and my wife's like,
Boom.
comes out. I was like, that was
what?
fucking
That was you?
You
I know.
crazy bitch.
That was so good. That was so good.
My wife. The funny thing is when he's telling it,
Leia, have you
I'm
ever
thinking,
used your
oh,
Grok
his
voice
wife.
to order
That's
food at
Laura
Taco Bell?
Bailey.
all the time.
My
All
wife.
the time.
I guess.
Or robocalls.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I'm surprised he didn't just say Laura. Laura came out.
No, I do not need any work done on my house. Our AC is working perfectly. War, and you click. You know.
Somebody called me. You know how they're doing the thing now where they call you from the numbers that look like yours,
The
right?
first 3 numbers.
But somebody called
That is
me
all the time
and
nowadays.
While we were in
Actually,
New
it
York
doesn't
for
happen
Comic-Con,
so
they were
much
like,
now. I feel
"Hey,
like it
Brian,"
happened
I'm like,
for a
"Hey,
long
who's this?" Right?
2 years.
It's Dave. I'm like, "What's up, Dave?" He goes, "You still trying to get those cracks in your driveway fixed?" And I was like,
the super casual one throws me.
yeah, because I'm thinking it's an old pal of mine.
Yeah.
They're calling me Brian,
Yeah,
which is
this
not my
happens
real
to me
name.
all the time, or at least did.
And then
I feel like
I'm like, there hasn't been crack
in the
my
last year or
driveway
so,
for
it's
years. And he's like,
really
no, I said
stopped a
cracks. I'm
good
like, oh,
amount.
sorry, I'm in a convention hall. I can't. No, but it was so weird. I was like, fuck you, man. I was all mad. I was like, don't,
Yeah.
you're not my friend.
I've
You're
had that
not my
all the
friend,
time.
They
Dave.
took
People
advantage
will
of you. He
call
like
and
licked you in
go,
the ear through the phone.
hey,
When
they'll
they
just
come out,
guess.
they're
We're
Hey,
like,
is Brian
hey, Travis.
there?
And you're like,
No,
hello?
there's
They're
no
like,
Brian
"What's up,
here.
man?"
Well,
Like,
who's
yep.
this? Oh, like,
What's up?
well,
Who's
while
this?
I'm on the
Who's
phone
this?
with you, blah, blah, blah,
And they
blah,
like tell
blah,
you your
do
name,
one
and they're
thing.
like, listen, so we never got to finish our conversation about the double pane windows that you were. I was like, get the fuck.
I didn't
well
have
done,
that-
but fuck
yeah,
you.
no.
Yeah, that's it's
Boo.
like
Yeah.
I give you
realized, for those
credit.
of you
I commend
that
you on
came
your
over from Twitch Watch show,
cleverness, but
it's at
I'm still
Eddie
not going to
Vegas
listen.
Is
At
Eddie's,
Eddie Vegas,
Yeah, not
yes.
at Ed Lopez.
And he was-
Don't tweet him about Blade Trinity. Tweet at Eddie Vegas. about
Yes,
Blade
yeah,
Trinity.
about how much he loves Blade Trinity and
Blade
that he's
Trinity.
actually a very large Buffalo Bills fan.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know.
Well,
He gets real touchy.
now
about it
it's
'cause
good
they're,
to be a Buffalo
Yeah, he
Bills
said outside,
fan.
he was like, dude,
This
how
was
am I
3
going
years
to
ago?
talk to all my
4
Blade
years
Trinity
ago?
people if
I
you
know.
gave them
Buffalo
my wrong Twitter?
Bills
I'm like,
are-
I don't know, man.
Well, the fan group
Second
he
best
started
team in
is like
football in the
apparently
world.
very
Third
yeah.
best.
I mean,
They're in the top.
I think the
It's a
numbers
Facebook
have
fan
dwindled
group.
over the years. Yeah, but
Probably.
it still has like.
Well, people are embarrassed because they feel like Ryan Reynolds has done a lot better work since then, but you and I know, how could you top that?
But you know, you saw that blanket he has in his office where he actually had like felt on the chest part of the sewn Ryan Reynolds that he did. So I think he just, you know,
Yeah.
there's like blood and sweat that went into that.
That's where all the butter spray went that was in the fridge, too.
Is that where it went?
I think so. It smelled
think so
I
as
smelled
well.
like butter on there. Well, we have time for one more, maybe a couple. Chaox173.
One
What is
more,
the best
maybe a
thing you
couple.
did
What is it?
outside the con and event while in New York?
They got like,
I would have to say,
it's at least like another 8 or 9
well,
minutes.
we got to have dinner the first night with Ashley.
Sure. Yes.
And then the second night we had the live show, and the third night we went to Sleep No More.
Yeah, exactly in that order. Laura and I had not been
What is
out
Sleep No
since
More?
L Baby was born, and
Yes.
it was really great to have dinner and a couple drinks and then go home. Obviously Thursday was amazing. Sleep No More in New York was crazy. You had already been before.
Ash and I went about 5 years ago, but I was dying to go again
and you
because
didn't tell us anything. You
no,
you
all I
really
said
didn't
was
tell
wear
us much.
comfortable shoes and follow the White Rabbit.
I mean, it's what, 6 stories total, right?
so, yeah.
2 below, 4 above, and there isn't much that's said during it. You wear masks, and
You're not allowed to talk. You wear a
for
mask.
3 hours.
What?
Yeah, it's
What?
like some Eyes Wide Shut shit.
Yeah, and there's
minus
they
the.
don't tell you where to go. It's like a whole 6-story hotel, and you just find whatever story you find. And I think you could see it 5 times and not see everything.
Yeah, we had friends that said they saw it 5 times and finally sort of figured out the whole thing. It's one of the most immersive experiences I've ever done. If you have a chance, if you're in New York, go see Sleep No More.
I felt like I was in the middle of The Shining.
How do I not know of this? I live 30 minutes away from New York.
Yeah.
Coolest shit ever.
Christopher Nolan, Inception. I mean,
Cirque du Soleil, weird.
I am
just moving from
disgusted
one
with myself.
room to another.
People had to
Very
have
large
mentioned it
rooms
to me,
with
and I
very
just
large
don't
sound,
remember it
very
being
ornate
connected to this.
Things
This was
around
right
you,
before
and then
pandemic,
just moving in
too.
through a doorway, thinking the sound would come through and being greeted with an entirely new scenario and sound and no bleed through was disorienting.
2000.
Yep.
Oh, they
Pretty
stopped
crazy.
putting the
It was
dates. I don't know
awesome.
why, but they stopped. Or maybe it's because
Didn't really see many of you that I thought. I
have
remember
been
one part where we
demonetized. Oh no, there it is. December
but
20th.
it's so dark.
I saw you
and
wrapping
this is
next to it.
literally
I was
right
wrapping my
before
logic
pandemic.
trick.
I don't think I ever saw you, Brian. I saw you a bunch of times.
He was
I don't think
provoking
the world
some of the
shut down
performers.
March
He was in the
2020.
rooms like looking at stuff.
But
and
I
one of them
remember
came
starting
in
to
and
hear
he
about
trying.
COVID
It was
in
just-
December
he
and
looked over and
January.
like put the book
I got
down,
in
and she like
trouble.
got close to him and stared at him, and you could see him kind of go like.
I got scared. She looked like she was
I
going to
guess
beat my ass.
I'm
She did
wondering
reach
if
into a
it's
drawer
back
and then
up and
proceeded to pull
running.
out a scalpel and cut.
How have
pages
I
I
thought
out
she
of
was
the
going
book.
to stab me with a fake
This
thing,
is
but
like
it
so
ended
up
up being
my
a
alley,
page, and
it's
you're like, that
insane.
has an edge
And
on
I
it.
literally live
extremely sharp.
like I could jump the train and be there in 30
I think
minutes.
we're making this up.
No, it's good.
We're not.
Yeah, you guys should. It's so worth it. It's worth a trip to New York to see, in my opinion.
And that is not a spoiler in any way, because
No.
you could go 4 times and not see anything
No.
about what we just talked about.
The second time I went, which was this weekend, 90% of it I hadn't seen before. So
I want to go back so bad.
It was great.
Oh, I want to go see
what else did we do? That was really it, man. That's all we had time for. We went to the con.
3
and
hours?
Ronan got a sweet
And
Central
you're not
Park
allowed to talk?
walk.
Oh, they got to
I'm
walk.
Got a
assuming
quick
like
walk.
you could
Yeah,
like
I
be like
was crashed
whispering to
out
your
on
friends
Friday
and
after
stuff,
an
or is that like
early
frowned
morning
upon?
meeting after the Thursday
Like it
live
could be
show,
like
and they
taken
got
very seriously.
They got at least like an hour walk in there, which was great. And then I said, I want to see the pictures. It's going to be amazing. And she was like, I forgot to take them.
Oh, dang it.
It's okay. Hashtag best mom.
Yeah, she is. And the baby did so well the whole trip. He
Apparently
was
3 months
fine.
old. You just breastfeed them or bottle feed them, and as they're going up and going down, they sleep in between.
He was totally cool the entire time.
took early morning flight.
Yeah, highlight of the trip was our driver almost got in a fight in the middle of the street. That was pretty great.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was 300 plus pounds of angry bouncer.
Huge, dude.
He had a very
This-
privileged gentleman on the side of the street.
This
with his
guy on the
little white
street,
dog.
this old guy on the street was talking shit to him, and he tried
know who he
to
was talking
get
to.
into our van to attack the driver, and the driver got out and was a wall of dude.
Educated him on
And
physics.
that guy took off running, and we were all laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
I was like, that guy's not trying to get in here, right? He can see the size of our driver. Nope.
Nope.
That he misjudged that.
As he said, didn't know the Incredible Hulk was driving this.
Yep. That's what I was saying. I was like, when that guy's wife gets home tonight, he's going to leave out that he tried to take on a 400-pound wall.
This guy is
how was your night?
increasing
I
in
let the
weight
dog
by the
out.
Went
hundreds.
for a walk with the dog
As
and
It was a
Brian
little
speaks.
cool.
had a
and I came
lovely
back in.
chat with a gentleman in a van, and then yeah, exactly, not even
Oh,
that.
is it on the Nest camera out front? Because I can go see.
Nope, honey, the battery died. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
The camera got smashed
Leaving
by
that one
a
out.
baseball bat.
Leaving it out.
Well, hey Zach, were you able to do anything with what you got earlier? What a jerk.
What did he get earlier?
I had him screenshot Max when he was sitting in for you, and I was hoping he was gonna like superimpose Max's head on yours, and then you could do like a Max
Is it
impression.
gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
It would have.
You can't take it off the air.
It would have
There's
exploded the internet.
There's so many cables that go into this thing. You'd have to
The
unplug all of
combination
them.
of my 26% body fat and Max's good looks would just decimate.
Eye. Oh my
it's
God.
In my chest.
It's
Oh,
in his
that's
chest.
cool.
It's a sphere.
Wait, it's over here. It's more like.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it.
There we go. I'm locking
There you
in.
go. There
Yep.
you go.
God, this mirror image is weird.
Oh no, he moved it on you.
He
Oh,
moved
no,
it
it's
on.
moving.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Stop
There's
it.
a lot happening.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh
Stop it.
boy.
Oh, it
I like it.
vanished.
I'm gonna get tattooed right there.
Feels good to be up on stage again, huh? After talking to all you guys about all your theater
Yes.
backgrounds. And
Liam said in his episode, right? It scratches the itch, and it's so true. I mean, there are dramatic actors and comedic actors, but man, when you get that instant, what did we always call it? That instant feedback from an audience, right? Whether you hear them go like, or if you hear like a couple of people crying, you know you're killing it, right? And there's
Right.
that connection that's happening. Laughter is also one of the best forms, right? And man, just to be able to make people laugh. There were a couple gasps near the end of the game, and I mean, That just makes our little theater
Yep.
hearts sing, you know.
People were freaking out about your sexy stuff. It was great. It was
Sexy
great.
stuff.
Included.
Freaking out
Of all the things to end up
about
on
sex
during the
time.
live show, that was so great. So awkward.
Yeah, I was like, please don't invite me up in
Brian's
front of 3,000 people. We're doing
are
it. Okay, we're
shining
happening.
We're going in.
like the top of the
It's happening.
Chrysler building.
Yep.
we're going in.
All the Jameson in the world.
Yep.
Got to meet some of Liam's family
Yeah, sister was
because
there.
he's from New York, and
That's
we got
right.
to meet.
Stomping Grounds, New Jersey.
Yep.
I'm from New
Literally
Jersey.
no one there knew Sam, which I thought was weird. He lived there for a long time. He was a big star.
They were like, you were forgettable as Javrosh. I don't, you know.
A few people asked if he was Tim Curry. Well, that's it. That's all the time we have.
Okay.
It's
I
time for
could
me to go
actually
home
see
and work
that.
on
I never
Sam's
thought about
episode
that,
of Between
but
the
I could
Sheets, which
definitely see
airs
that.
Monday night.
Oh man, it's gonna be so good.
It's a good
He
one.
looks
It's
like a
long. I think
more-
it might be our longest one.
Really?
I don't know,
Right?
not like 100%,
Tell
but
that guy
definitely
to
has
shut
that Tim
up.
Curry look.
He likes to talk about himself a lot.
Yeah, that is not.
You know, Liam took a little bit of, just
pull it out?
get him comfortable. It's a vulnerable thing.
Yeah.
You've sat in that chair. It's a.
That's what the booze is for.
That's what the booze is for. Sam came out of the gate just like, what do you want to know? Because I'm going to kill it explaining whatever it is, you know? He's like, oh, God.
Was he wearing a tie?
No. He did have a nice frock coat on.
Oh, nice. I'm surprised. He usually rocks the tie.
He did, I think, grow out his chest hair for the episode because there's a lot. There's a big bush. He has a big bush right here.
Amazing.
It could just be his neck hair.
It could be.
Maybe his neck hair.
If you've ever
knows.
seen
It's out of
Sam's
control.
chest
It's not
area, it
his
is
fault.
sparse and few and far between.
Yeah, there's literally like a couple of different
And
pieces.
very pale, right? In stark contrast to like the spry, like black hairs. It's very.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Looks like someone sandblasted a bunch of pubes. Hey, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. I
Let's
would like
just
to
rip apart
once again
Sam
thank
Riegel at the
Travis
end of the
for showing
episode.
up and
Rocking
just
it
for
solo.
being a class act and rocking it solo. And I hope that your internship at Billabong goes well.
Volkov.
At Volcom. Yeah. I look forward to the next 411 video.
Hurley. It's actually the Hurley warehouse.
Hurley, yeah. Is Hurley still in business?
Yes, I own all their stuff.
Max is big on the Abercrombie
Yes, I own all their
brand.
stuff.
Oh yes, on
He wears a-
Twitch.
he wears the-
Abercrombie and Woods.
Hollister. That's the one. Hollister.
Hollister.
Is that the one you like with the sandals?
Love it.
Good night, everyone. We love you. Take care of each other. See you Thursday night. Actually, tomorrow, Handbooker Helper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is it, Danny?
It's ability scores, proficiency bonuses, and not ability saves, proficiency bonuses, and saving throws.
Who's hosting
With
that one?
Rachel Seeley.
Rachel Seeley. Oh, that's a good one. I saw them cutting that. Okay.
That's amazing. Happy birthday, Sam, and
know that
everyone.
name.
Sam.
Wish.
And everyone-
tell Danny to feel better.
Tell Danny to feel better. Wish Sam a happy 50th. Max, when's your birthday?
April 2nd.
Nobody's gonna remember
Nobody's
that.
gonna remember
Sam,
that.
Have a
happy
good night.
Good night,
50th.
everyone. Hey, After Darkers.
Last one, guys. Episode
That's not what
38.
they're called.
A little less than 15 minutes. We just finished this yesterday.
Welcome to
Sam
Talk
is
Smoking
dressed
in the dark.
as normal
It
as
was brighter
possible.
than it did for the regular
Yeah, we
show.
used to have a lighting change for this.
I have to remember
Kinda
after this
did,
to
but
check
that's a
out
lot of work,
Sleep No
It
More.
didn't feel, it still
If it
feels
still
Still in
exists
Moonlight?
4 years
Danny's
later.
still in the moon. Memories. Hey guys, in this portion of the show, we take questions from the Alpha Chat.
Oh, great.
Cool.
I like the Alpha Chat.
The first question is for Taliesin and I.
Great.
This is from Jay Halfie.
Jay Halfie.
Brian and Taliesin, who
Why
are
do
your
I feel like
Overwatch
that's
mains, and which character would be the
H.
funniest to
Jaffe?
watch Sam try to play as?
What is a main?
So-
I've heard you guys
All
say
right.
this.
Being
so
as his
we're
name
gonna
is
do-
Jaffe,
We're gonna spend a
and
little
that's
time after dark tonight
Halfie.
explaining
I feel
video
like it's a
games.
reference.
A main is if there's a game where there's a selection of characters that you 25, 30 characters that you can choose from, the one that you prefer to play as most often.
I'm very
is
familiar
your
with this
main
But
in the
every
fighting
time you
game
go,
world
are
at
you
the
using
arcade
same
that I work.
character to build up levels.
Run an arcade, if you guys didn't know,
No.
in New Jersey.
They
It's like Quidditch. There's different positions, and like you have different sets of powers that you can use, and you kind of it's what you're comfortable with. But some situations that power set is not necessarily useful.
Even
for.
like World of
If you're
Warcraft,
playing
stuff
with
like
people
that,
kind of
my
already have
main
that
is,
covered in what they
everyone
do,
would
then
always
you
say
want
my
to shift
main
what you
is.
play.
exactly.
So what's your mains? Is
I'm also support. I love almost the entire support spectrum.
So like Flintlock, Gary Busey,
Jazz, Optimus Prime, Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
Godzilla, Oily Dan, Ashcan Pete.
Oily Dan.
No, Zenyatta. I'm a big fan of Zenyatta Brigitte. If I have to tank, I'm a Diva player.
Me too.
I love
Diva's
Diva.
my main. Hey,
that new
Charlotte.
Purborn build is
Charlotte
fun.
Chung's gonna be at London Comic Con with us.
I can't wait.
She's
super fun.
Another interaction that did not go well for me when I met someone that I love. I was so nice.
Ryan,
of course, she fell in love
I
with
think
me immediately. And thought I was just the funniest
punched
guy.
a baby in the face.
I punched a baby next to us at the Stuart Anderson's Black
She
Anus.
likes babies. You shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have done that.
She's very
No,
What?
she's awesome. 'Cause
I
when
punched a
when
baby
Townsend
at
and I and
Stuart
Matt Mercer went to
Anderson's
Midlothian
Black
last year,
Anus?
almost
What does
the
that even
entire
mean?
cast of Overwatch was there.
And that was a great night out.
We went out with pretty much everybody. Fred Tatasciore was there, and Charlotte, and Johnny Cruz, who plays Lucio.
Of course, you don't have to tell me who.
Who's one of my first characters I
Lucio
learned,
is.
and her little short that just came out is so good.
It's
it makes me. She's
good,
so
the
talented.
Diva
She's
short.
so great.
So I do Diva, and then I also do. I'm a tank person, so I also
Thank
do.
God someone's gotta be.
Yeah, which is not.
I
that's not
used
how
to
I like
be
play
a
D&D,
tank.
but for some reason on Overwatch,
In
I
World
play
of Warcraft,
Orisa,
I
which
was
is a
pretty
new
much the
character
tank.
that
She's a lot of fun. I'm
looks
really,
exactly
really
like my niece.
And I didn't know
The little
what that all
sticker
meant
thing?
when I was.
Okay, I was like,
They were like,
thing.
"What do you like to do?"
There's
And I formed a
there,
character.
you know, writing the
And
thing.
then I was like,
But
just
it's-
ended up
dude,
being
we
the
gotta-
tank.
Okay, so then the other part was,
And I would
what
run
be the
in,
funniest to watch Sam try to
freaking out,
play
and they'd be like, "That's not what a
Hanzo?
tank does."
Hanzo's
You're
pretty
like,
funny.
Any sniper,
I just
with how
didn't
fast
know
that
how to
game
play back
moves,
then.
watching Sam try to
Roadhog.
Roadhog.
Roadhog. I want to see Sam play Roadhog.
None of these are real characters.
Roadhog would be great. Max, you want to weigh in? What do you think? You play Overwatch?
It's Hog Noon.
It's
Is that what he said?
That's
Hog
exactly.
Noon.
That's
Instead of High Noon,
Do you know the
it's
name of Matt's
Hog
character?
Noon.
Oh yes, he said it. We've said it hundreds of times.
I'm terrible at.
It's. Oh boy, is it?
You're almost there.
Every moment of this.
You're almost there. Yep. Think cowboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyrone McCabe.
It's close.
So close.
It's
Tyrone
close.
McCabe.
I was thinking you were going to say McGruff, which would have been very.
It's McCree.
McCree. I know we've said it before.
Your mom knows it, and you don't.
Tyrone McCree. He goes
guys,
Tyrone
Caduceus abides
McCabe. He
wants
said
to
it.
know.
great
He had
name
some
right there.
confidence in that
Snakes
guess.
versus lizards. What do you got? Who you got?
Ooh.
Snakes versus lizards.
Oh well, I mean snakes are
I'd have
more
to go
deadly.
snakes. I'd have to say
I had a
snakes
roommate who
overall
lost
are
a chunk
more
of his nose
deadly.
to
We also saw
to
way
a
bigger
big
ones
lizard.
in this.
A big lizard bit him in the nose, and it
I'm
pulled
trying to
a chunk
remember what I'm
off
trying to
of
remember what it was. But when we were roommates, one of the roommates had a bunch of
Komodo
lizards.
dragon?
I wish it was that cool. It wasn't. Yeah, it was like it was an iguana, and he had the iguana in his hand when he was picking up. We'd ordered pizza, and the iguana when he was getting the pizza just took a chunk out of his nose, and he bled all over the pizza guy, and like it was this spurting huge mess. It was a very calm roommate though. He got the pizzas and brought them back in and put the iguana back. But like it was again just like I think he like sprayed the pizza guy really badly.
Oh man, was that what you did to the pizza guy that we tried to get to the bottom of in your episode?
Yes, that actually might have been because that's the worst thing that ever happened to a pizza guy.
Yeah, he's got sprayed with.
I will not mention this
Tal'dorei
roommate's name since he does
And
have a
his
life.
pizza
Blood
man.
and
I'm a
lizard,
pizza man.
He knows who he is.
I always think of
Last
House, the movie
Jabberwocky
House.
wants to know
I love that dance group.
favorite
Jabberwocky.
underrated scary movie.
Great dance group.
Favorite what? Underwater
Favorite-
scary. Underwater scary movie?
I mean,
The Abyss.
is
Yeah,
easy- easy
maybe.
The
What was the
Abyss
one
is
with
great.
LL Cool J and the Sharks?
Deep Blue Sea. You got
Sure.
oh my God, what's the crazy one?
Maybe.
With the dude from
Splash 2 was
Jurassic
pretty
Park.
scary.
Splash.
Splash
They made a
2.
sequel of Splash.
God, where were you, man?
I was.
They
not
did.
there.
I've never seen
Splash
it.
2, The
They did
Undiscovered
make a
Country.
sequel
You
though
never saw it?
of Splash 2.
You
What
missed
is
that
the
one?
one with
underrated
Alan
horror
Grant
films.
from Jurassic Park? Where it's,
let's see.
That's underwater, right?
Got a lot. I
Technically.
don't even know where to go.
You
with
know
that.
what I find, because it's not old by any means, but it's a little bit older, and the young kids haven't discovered yet, is Dark City.
I was just.
I
thinking
love
about
that.
City.
Dark
But
City
that's
is
not
one
really
of the best
in
films,
water.
one of the best films ever, one of the best
It's
science
amazing.
fiction films
I
ever. It's not necessarily
recently
horror,
just
but it's a
rewatched
little-
it like
It's
a year or
not
two
horror,
ago.
It's sci-fi noir.
It's
I
sci-fi
showed
noir.
Michelle. I
It's
think when I was dating
beautiful.
Michelle, I
If you
was like,
haven't
you
seen
got to
it's
see
got Kiefer
this.
Sutherland is in it. Your
It
old
is a
pal.
phenomenal
fucking in it.
movie.
Richard O'Brien is in it. Liam's friend.
Everybody's in it.
Everyone.
So we're talking about Overwatch. We're talking about
Old school horror
cheesy
films.
horror movies. Will there be any topic that I can weigh in
Okay.
on.
Are you not a horror film?
Flavored.
No.
Okay.
Oh my
Flavored
God,
Wets
horror is
wants
like
to
my
know.
favorite genre.
Since it's Halloween,
I like
month,
all
have
movies.
Any of
I
you seen a ghost?
will watch
If so,
years
do
of
tell.
everything, but horror I feel like might be my favorite.
This one's for you, Sam.
Carlson has definitely seen a
like-
ghost, but
I have a roommate who hasn't paid in a while. Does that count? This being ghosted.
But I
don't
also
know.
feel like
Being
horror
ghosted.
falls into that
It's been a
supernatural science
remarkably,
fiction realm.
It
Look
hasn't
at
been a very
Brian.
scary October.
I just like
saw some
supernatural
raccoons in my
stuff.
backyard.
So
You
science
saw some
fiction to
what?
me
Some raccoons
branches
in my
out
backyard.
off of
Really?
horror.
Yeah. Shoot 'em with the
Because
BB
you could have a
gun?
sci-fi horror.
you
That's
can't
the one I'm
mess with
thinking of, and I can't think of what the
raccoons. They
hell
don't
this
give a
movie it's
shit.
called.
Oh,
The one with Alan Grant.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've thrown rocks at raccoons and hit them, and they just shrug it off.
I got attacked by a skunk when I was in my hot tub last week. I was in the hot tub at
What?
night, like late at night,
You
and I
have a
heard a
hot
little.
tub?
I have a great hot tub. It's great. And
I
like
have a
I just heard
great
a
hot
scratching.
tub.
I
It's
looked over,
great.
and there's just this giant fucking skunk, and I'm like,
Whoa!
I'm alone. It's like midnight. I'm outside, and that's
What
a
do you
long
do?
walk. I kind of just waited and hoped it would go away, and was like pruned really badly as I was, and like trying to get the neighbor cats to like come over and scare it away.
Oh my God, because you don't want to scare it so much that it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was like trying to like figure out how to get it to go away without
man.
frightening it. It was really awful.
Oh, that's horrifying. And you're naked?
Well, I mean,
partially naked?
Well, I have that great swimsuit that I love so much, so I was wearing my fancy swimsuit.
Oh,
So it would have been
nice.
really comical if I had run away because
Wait,
it's
which
that.
swimsuit is your fancy one? Because I've seen
It's the 1930s stripy one that
Oh,
makes
okay.
me look like
I was
I'm
gonna say I've seen your regular suits. I've seen
The
your birth-
1930s stripy one.
There we are.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Look how
Speaking of a ghost,
Wow.
He looks
Who does
so
he
different.
look like?
He looks like
Anthony Rapp?
who the hell is Anthony Rapp? I don't even know who Anthony Rapp is.
Wow.
oh, that's so awful.
Man.
Now I've seen a ghost. Oh.
Clean shaven. I used to be that way. You guys haven't seen much of me in those
God,
days.
what a terrible
But I used to be
before and
clean
after.
shaven for
Wait, which one's
80% of my
worse?
life.
Yeah,
I've only had a beard for like the last 5 years,
All right,
maybe
listen,
a little more.
guys, Listen, undercover goth.
But pretty much
Yeah.
a year or two before I
If
started
you had
YouTube.
sound intros
Before that, I
similar
was
to
always
Laura
very
Bailey
clean-shaven.
emote harp music, what sound would you have?
I think it would be like not exactly like, but I think I would have similar to like the sound of like when you build a temple in the original Warcraft. It would just be the Deo gratias. It would be a little Welsh
yeah.
music. I don't know.
That would be good. Something sparkly, something jazzy, something
Like intro
something that
music,
draws attention. Maybe like that's
Oh,
nice.
that's
I was
good.
thinking like a
He's doing the jazz.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. That's neat.
We actually talk about this on an upcoming episode of All Work No
You
Play.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be like the sound of my mom's tears because I never became a doctor.
I was thinking like the Golden Girls intro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. Or just like womp womp womp. Okay, Gray Angel says, Taliesin, can we please have some goth advice for the week?
Goth advice for the week.
Goth
you have a
advice
goth
of the
advice
week.
column?
It's
I
goth
should have
advice
it.
of
Goth
the
advice
week.
for the week.
It's our new giveaway.
That sounds like a great idea.
Best eyeliner is eyeliner on day 2. So
That's accurate.
that is accurate. Put on your eyeliner, then take a shower.
Okay.
You always want to put on the eyeliner before the shower.
Any choker tips?
Ooh, I'm very good at choker tips.
Oh, they mean
go
the
ahead.
necklaces.
Put on your eyeliner
I mean,
before a
both.
shower.
Oh, okay.
Then it'll fade
don't-
just
you
right, I guess.
Know if your choker is load bearing, and especially if it has a hook on it, because otherwise it's going to hurt like twice.
Sure.
I found some chokers in Talison's closet.
That's very true.
I did. I did.
Like the thing around your neck, or actually like dudes in there who are ready to choke somebody out?
Things around the neck,
Yeah.
and Taliesin was also in there.
Yeah, I have a little
Yeah.
perch in there.
It comes out of you. I love it and I hate it at the same time. It's like Sam's
I
smile.
love it
Hey,
and I
guys,
hate it.
Our last question of the night.
Wow.
This
comes
is it,
from
guys. This is going to be the last one.
Asbestos.
That's funny.
A
funny.
lovely. A lovely.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
Since you're going to
You
London
guys
soon,
answer.
Can we hear your best British accents?
Or worst British accent.
Starting with Taliesin, go.
I sort of want to do my worst English accent now that he said that, but since we're here, I don't know. I suddenly have a hold on. It's too much education. That's better. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's too much education.
Well, you got to do something, right?
I have a terrible British accent. I don't know what region it is.
Oh, you can do bad ones.
I don't know anything. Anything.
Oh, God.
Say it with an F.
Yeah, do that.
Anything about British accents or how to make them sound legitimate.
The funny thing is,
Sound like the
if
worst
I
John
didn't
Oliver
see him making those faces, I wouldn't not think it was British.
All in London town.
It seems like a highly exaggerated mockery, but it does sound
For
British.
Sam's autographs just opened up.
Hey, if you come get my autograph,
He gets a call tomorrow. We
I'll
have
give you
a
an
job for
accent.
I'll
you.
give you an accent.
He's a very serious role.
Arsenal's rubbish. Just
Arsenal, yeah. Mine is, I've been working on mine for a while. It goes like this. It goes like this. Help is on the way, dear.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's it.
I would like to apologize to England.
Oh,
Help is
boy.
on the
You know
way,
what? I've
dear.
been watching this incredible
Amazing.
program that comes from
That
the
was
UK.
great.
And they put out some great shows. Luther, fantastic show.
Luther?
I heard of
Watch
it.
Luther on Netflix with
Never
Idris
seen it.
Elba. It's amazing.
Never seen
would
it.
see
I know
It's
of it.
crazy.
I've heard of it.
Luther.
Never seen it.
You've got
My parents
Sherlock
loved it.
is great.
Sherlock.
You've got Doctor Who is fantastic. And you have Love Island. Do you know about Love Island?
Doctor Who,
Now,
I
Love
just
Island
got
is
into
basically-
season 3.
That's
All the
my-
others
that's my
I've
brand.
never seen.
Love Island is basically The Bachelor in Paradise,
Love
except
Island.
it's British people that, because the weather's shit there, admittedly, they take them to Spain. They put them all in a house, and then they just go fucking crazy. Like, it's like Big Brother meets Bachelor. They're
I
all
feel like I
fucking
might have seen
insane.
this.
There's nudity, there's cussing. It's way better than American TV. The Bachelor
That's why I like
is on ABC, which is
Big
owned by
Brother
Disney.
UK
They can't
is
get away
like
with
that.
some guy going like, "Hey, you want to cock up your arse, do you?" You know, like, and then they say this
Big
on
Brother
the show. I
UK
watched 4 episodes
is
last
like
night
that.
with my friends. It's called Love Island.
Basically, that's what it is.
It's great because my friend Laura
It's
is
uncensored.
from
That's
Britain.
UK.
She's from London. No, a different one. And she was breaking down the different accents and the different regions for us because she's like, "Oh, these 4 guys are all from Essex. I can tell
I was
by
about
the
to say
accent."
they got to get some Essex. You can't have a show like that without somebody
Tons.
from
Yeah,
Essex.
they're all like, yeah. I'm sure for British, apparently it's on every night of the week and when it's on. Oh my God.
I'll have to check it out, but I did for a long while watch Big Brother UK because it's all uncensored nudity, very much better than
watch it
American.
for,
but I watch
it's on
American.
Hulu.
too.
I thought you were going to Great British
Hulu.
Bake Off because they were like
Oh, I
QI
mean,
or
that's
like
a
any of that.
timeless
I just
classic,
discovered that and it's just making me so happy.
That's
British
up there with
Bake Off.
Downtown Abbeys. You know?
Downtown Abbey.
See all these I've
Downtown
never
Abbeys.
seen. Downtown Abbey, people talk about all the time.
Will I see you tonight?
All these shows, never seen them.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. We got through a lot of canon questions tonight.
Sure.
Canon.
Good night, everyone.
All right, guys, so there we go. There is episodes 35 through 38. Obviously, at the end there, Brian is joking around. In the last one, we barely talked about anything of relevance from the episode. Brian, even at the end, goes, "Yup, so we talked a lot about the canon things going on in this universe. We barely talked about any of that." It felt to me like how I rant at the beginning or the end of an episode, where I'll just go off on some tangent about stuff that's totally irrelevant, but it's based off of things they talk about that are just outside of the world of Critical Role. I have so much in common with these people. We're all the same age. We've talked about this a million times. When they go on rants, I'm totally on board because the things they rant about are usually sentimental, nostalgic things of their youth or growing up or partying or going out drinking and doing this or that or blah, blah, blah. And all of it I relate to because they seem like they lived similar lives to me. Granted, when it comes to like this kind of thing, I've never done Dungeons and Dragons, so half of their life is Dungeons and Dragons, but that's almost like the work part of their life, being as they are now doing it as a career. The private lives they live is what I do on a normal basis, or at least used to do. I just relate to all of them very much. They're all very entertaining. You see how much I enjoy Brian and Travis and everybody else. I mean, in here we got Taliesin and Sam at the end, but they're all just great in their own ways. I love how we just had about 15 to 20 minutes of just random nonsense, talking about horror movies, talking about Ren fairs, talking about how to apply goth makeup, and I loved all the answers. I am a massive fan of horror and sci-fi and fantasy and everything else, so you can go any which way and I'll be on board. So this was the last 4 episodes. We just finished episode 38 yesterday. Today is Thursday. I'm doing this, but Talks Machina episode 38 came out today, so this you'll probably see Sunday. I think I'm going to release episode 1 of part 1 on Monday like I normally do. That'll be halfway through episode 39. So this will likely come out Sunday. Either way, I got to jump into a couple other shows. Loved what we saw. We got to jump around all over. I prefer this way. I said, let me try it a bunch of different ways, see what I fall into. I tried it once or twice each way, went around in a circle and came back to this. I like this the best. This is the way we're going to do it. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, the Patreon Hour exclusive of every episode of Critical Role. We got Tariko up to episode 40. Dozens of other shows, all seasons ahead, exclusive only to Patreon. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.